Hey, what's going on, guys? It's that big guy here again today, and today we're going to be having a little discussion on what's going on with World of Warcraft. So, here we go. I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's get started. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the no flying, the sub loss, and the content problem, and why everyone just seems to be up in arms with Blizzard Entertainment on how they're handling World of Warcraft. So first off, let's talk about the no flying in Warlords of Draenor or any future expansions. So in a developer interview, No More Flying by Polygon has an interview with Ian Hazzikostas, one of the main developers at WoW, talking about patch 6.2 and beyond. So flying, the team will not be adding flying in Warlords of Draenor. Also, moving forward, the new expansions are also unlikely to have any flying outside of Pacific zones or expansion ideas. The team will continue to improve on flight paths, being able to fly added convenience, but remove the ability to add things like targeted exploration of world and made all the world feel smaller and all that. Now, I was all for this in the beginning. I was like, okay, you know what? It's not a big problem, no flying, that's cool. It's going to bring a lot of more people together, and you get to see the world a lot more. And I was like, okay, maybe they'll add it later on in the expansion, like at the very end. But apparently with the developers and their wise wisdom, they think it's not a good idea to fly in Warlords of Draenor or any future expansions. Now, we'll still be able to fly in Azeroth, Outland, Mists of Pandaria, and all those other places. Right now, they are very serious about not flying anymore. Now, granted, flying did kind of ruin a lot of sociability, players helping out players during questing and leveling and running around. It felt kind of a closer community. But Blizzard didn't take into the fact that like for me, for example, I started playing during right after the Burning Crusade, and I started right before Wrath of the Lich King, and it was such a close-knit community. I'm on an RP server. It was a very small server. And people were very close. Guilds were close. People were close. Dalaran, all that good stuff. But lately, I felt like there is no more social interaction between the players at all. Now, is that because of flying? No, there's no way that's because of flying. One of the reasons why is because they have dumbed down the game so bad to where, like me, for example, currently I'm not in a guild. I don't really need a guild. I can go to the LFR for gear. All my characters support each other in crafting materials. The new looking for party system makes it hell of an easy way to get in mythic or heroics. No problems at all. It's funny that they say that, flying kind of made the game feel smaller and stuff like that, but also a good example, the garrisons. The garrisons kept people within. Now, it was a cool concept when I was doing beta testing for Warlords of Draenor. The garrisons were an awesome feature, but I didn't realize the consequences of having it for so long in a long period of time. I never leave my garrison unless I'm going to do kind of daily quest or something, and then after that I'm back in my garrison again. I barely visit Warspear, and I honestly think the reason why is because there is no flying in Draenor. Now, I played at a time in the game where you had to get a group together for Razorfang Corral, or one of those places like the raids in Southern Barrens. Literally get on your mount, run all the way there if you didn't have the flight path, wait for the other guys to come to help summon whoever else was furthest away. And that's how we did it back in the day. Now, I'm not saying make it easier. I'm just saying we are at max level. We kind of earned the right to fly at this point. Now, if it was level 1 through 99, yeah, no flying, yeah. Or even halfway through the expansion, yeah, that would be okay, no flying. To the point where we've done it all. Well, I think that's all we're going to talk about for the flying. I would love to hear your views in the comment section, so definitely leave those in the comments. And let's talk about the sub loss. So with me and other fans looking at the subscription loss, and a lot of our veteran players, we were kind of astonished on how many subscribers we gained during the launch of Warlords of Draenor, which is normal for a new expansion, especially how hyped up Blizzard made us the World of Warcraft team all made us, and the beta testing, it did look like a new game changer for World of Warcraft. Now, with Mists of Pandaria, we had a whole year practically of one patch, Siege of Orgrimmar patch. It was fun in the beginning, and then it got sour real fast. Like, people were upset, people were like, where's the content, what's going on? But you also got to think, at this time, Blizzard was developing Warlords of Draenor and putting a lot of their priorities into that, which is understandable, but why not add some little content stuff in the meantime? And Mists of Pandaria at the end was 7.4 million subscribers, which is still a lot of subscribers. And with the first quarter of Warlords of Draenor, the global subscribers was at 10 million. That's one of the highest it's ever been. The highest it's ever been was 12 million in Wrath of the Lich King, which has been its highest that it's ever got. What astonished, I'm sure, Blizzard, all the fans and everything, that from 2014 to 2015, the subscription was just, it exploded. They've never had anything that big before. And then the second, the first quarter came out. The first quarter came out, quarter one, 2015's earning call today, announcing that WoW was down to 7.1 million. So from 10 million, they went to 7 million. That is one of their biggest drops in subscriptions that they've ever had in the history of the company. Blizzard has always gone up, and then, steadily little down, up, steadily little down, and then, they had this huge subscription influx and then lost it right after. Now, why is the reason? Maybe, of course you're going to lose a couple subscribers, several subscribers, after the launch, after everyone's played it, and they were like, okay, that's a lot of people are upset that they feel like they have no content to play, which is kind of true. Now, we have 3 raids now. Well, technically 2, but the third one's coming out with patch 6.2. We have a handful of dungeons that were really okay. They didn't challenge. The gear was the barest minimum that you needed to get in requirements for LFR, and then that's it. They just left the dungeons alone. Now, in previous expansions, from level 1 through 60, 5-mans, there were 21 dungeons. For Burning Crusade, there were 16 dungeons. Wrath of the Lich King, 16 dungeons. Cataclysm, 12 dungeons. And then Mists of Pandaria, 9 dungeons. And Warlords, 8 dungeons. A couple, 3 or 4 remakes in each one. And then raid-wise, for Vanilla, it was 4 dungeons. BC, 7. Wrath of the Lich King, 9. Cataclysm, 6. Pandaria, 5. And Warlords of Draenor 3. Now, for Warlords of Draenor, there could be some more dungeons coming out and maybe even another raid, but right now it's not looking like that, and most players see it in that way. Now, of course, in patch 6.2, there is going to be a lot of dungeon stuff to do. There's going to be mythic dungeons, which is higher than heroic dungeons, a little bit harder, and provides better gear, which I'm excited for because I like running 5-mans. 5-mans seem like they're always been fun. 5 adventurers going into a dungeon, getting as much loot, killing the bad guy. And then they also got the time walking dungeons, which is them rehashing old content, and everyone notices. Blizzard, you can't hide it. Now, of course, the BC raids, Wrath of the Lich King raids, you scale back down to their level, or they scale up to your level, which is okay. I mean, but the thing is, I've already done those dungeons. I've already seen that stuff. Of course, it'll be pretty cool to go back and get some loot that is kind of appropriate for our eye level, but other than that, it's just rehashing it. I want new stuff. Blizzard, you've made some of the best games out there. I've always been a fanboy of Blizzard. They make a lot of good games and everything, and I'm not trying to rant or complain about it. It's just, with as much money and as how many subscriptions they have, they can do so much. I don't know what has happened in the last year or two to this game, but it's not what it used to be. Which is, every game's got to change eventually. And guys, I think that's it for this video. I think I got into enough of a rant to upset or get people, hate comments. But you know what? It's whatever. I would love to hear your thoughts on this whole video in the comment section, please. I would like to feel I'm not the only one that feels like this, or maybe some of the information is wrong, or you feel differently, like they're doing a good job. But you know what, guys? And as always, guys, you stay classy. Hey guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and a big old like and subscribe. And as always, guys, you stay classy.
Hell hath no fury like a woman swarmed. Be quiet. I'm brooding.
This codpiece gives me tender loins. You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of meat, boy? Well, good. I've got flank, shank, ribeye, brisket, take your pick.